Things were extremely difficult in the first few days. The amount of devastation that we saw, dead bodies, people homeless, buildings collapsed. It was quite challenging to think through how we would operate in such an environment.
We're here at Tacloban Airport, which is the centre of activity for relief items coming into the disaster-affected area. High-energy biscuits are being distributed as an emergency measure so that people and the children have something to eat.
And our role and our goal was to try to get, as fast as possible, a team in here to assess the damage and launch a response. We brought people in at a pace that I don't think I've ever seen before.
How does this compare to other operations you've worked on?
So far from down here, this is enormous. We have priorities to stabilize at least 3 major urban populations, and then we have to move into the coastal areas with urgency.
Our first immediate objective was to set up an operational response, getting communications back online.
After the landfall of the typhoon, all the communication lines here go down, and that's why we brought in the satellite communication to enable the humanitarian workers here on site.
Just to have that response infrastructure in place was an amazing feat. Once on ground, the initial challenges were logistical, trying to get to isolated areas and coordinating with the government, other humanitarian actors and militaries that were in place. We managed to overcome these challenges relatively quickly, and within days we were able to send out food assistance to those around Tacloban, and by the end of November we were able to reach almost 3 million people with food assistance. This hasn't been a traditional emergency response for WFP. We've used a patchwork of interventions addressing emergency food and nutrition needs while looking at recovery and livelihood support very early on. We've scaled up cash interventions at the same time as we scaled up in-kind food aid. It's very important that we focus on livelihood support and recovery at this moment, because what we'd like to do is lay the foundations for people's food security in the future and make them much more resilient to future natural disasters. None of this would have been possible without the generosity of our donors, governments, individuals, companies. Their support and generosity ensured that we would have a successful response that happened quickly and efficiently. For me, it was, on the one hand, humbling to see what the effects of nature have done, but extremely proud to see how we responded as a team. And these are some of the most incredibly innovative, creative, smart, experienced WFP staff. Our ability to move people in from all over the world was fantastic.